Hi, welcome back to Masechet Ta'anit Daf Vav Amud Bet. I'm picking up where we left off. Amar Rabbi Abahu, Mai Lashon Reviyah. What is this language of Reviyah? Why is that the word that's used for this rain? Davar sherovea et hakarka. It is something which has sex with, ravishes the ground. Kidei Rav Yehuda de Amar Rav. Kidei Rav Yehuda de Amar Rav Yehuda. So in accordance with that which Rabbi Yehuda said, because Rabbi Yehuda said, Mitra Bala de Arahu. Rain is the husband of the ground, or the sex partner of the ground. Shene Emar, Ki ka'asher yired hageshem v'hashelg min hashamayim, v'shama lo yashuv, ki imharveh et ha'aretz v'holida v'hatzmicha. So this pasuk from Yeshayahu, the rain comes down and the snow comes down and they don't go back up. They moisten the ground and cause it to it sort of causes it to have children and sprout. So it's like the sex partner because it causes the ground to grow, causes the new things to grow out of the earth. The Amar Rabbi Abahu, Reviyah Rishona Kedei shetered b'karka tefach. The first rainy season, or the first rain that falls, softens the ground a little bit. It gets wet down a hand's breadth into the ground, a tefach into the ground. Shnia kedei laguf ba pi chavit. And the second rain makes the ground, it makes mud. It makes it soft enough to stop up a barrel. So that makes the ground very soft. Amar Rav Chisda, Geshamim she'yardu kedei laguf behen pi chavit, ein behen mishum va'atzar. So if the rain fell to that extent that the whole ground is soft and muddy, then the curse of v'atzar et hashamayim v'lo yeh matar has not occurred. Right? That's a sign that that God hasn't stopped the rain because there's enough rain to make it that muddy. The Amar Rav Chisda, Geshamim she'yardu kodem v'atzar, ein behen mishum v'atzar. So rain that falls before ve'atzar, it does not have the status of ve'atzar. Again, each time they're using this word, it's a reference to that pasuk in Shema. So rain that falls, in this case, literally before we say ve'atzar, right? So before we say Kriyat Shema and before we say that pasuk, if rain falls before that, and even if the rain then stops and it doesn't fall anymore that day, we still don't consider that curse to have been invoked because just the fact that it rained a little bit is enough to say that we don't have that curse in play. Amar Abaye, Lo Amran Ela Kodem Ve'atzar De'orta. That's only true if the rain fell before the Ve'atzar of evening. Aval Kodem Ve'atzar De'tzafra Yesh Behen Mishum Ve'atzar. But if the rain fell before we say Shema in the morning, right before we say the Atzar of the morning, then doesn't fall anymore, that still could be the curse of Atzar could still apply, meaning to only get rain before we say the morning Shema. That's not very much rain because we say the morning Shema pretty early. So if it doesn't rain the rest of the day, we might still be sort of under the curse of Atzar. To Amar Rav Yehuda bar Yitzchak, Hani Anani Detzafra late behu mashasha. He said that these clouds of the morning, they don't have mamash. They don't basically they don't cause it to rain. They're not significant. Dichtiv ma'aseh lecha Ephraim, ma'aseh lecha Yehuda, v'chastachem ka'anan boker. What can I do for you, Ephraim? What can I do for Yehuda? Your chesed is like anan boker, right? It's fleeting like the morning clouds, or maybe we'd say like the mist of the morning. The Gomer. Amar le Rav Papa la Abaye, Veha Amrei Inshe. But don't people say, Amrei Inshe is the introduction to like a folk saying, but it's a folk saying from the people of Babylonia at that time. So don't people say, B'miftach b'vei mitra bar chamra moch sakach ugane. So people say, if you open the door of the house in the morning and it's raining, then the bar chamra, which seems in this context to be the grain seller, should close up his bag, close up his sack, and go back to sleep, which seems to be a way of saying that if it's raining in the morning, that's somehow a sign that it's going to rain all day. So which is it? Is it the fact that morning clouds are fleeting and don't indicate that it's going to rain, or is it that if it's raining at the beginning of the day, that means it's going to rain all day? Lo kasha, not a problem. Hadze katir be'eva, hadze katir ba'anani. In one case, it is talking about heavy clouds. Eva are these heavy clouds that indicate that it's going to rain all day, and that's the folk saying. Hata katir ba'anani, there's like light clouds and it's not going to rain all day, and that's this idea that that morning clouds are fleeting. Amar Rav Yehuda, Tava l'shata detevet armalata. So Rabbi Yehuda says it's a good year, shata is year here, it's a good year when Tevet is literally a widow, meaning when it doesn't rain in the month of Tevet. Ikata amre delo bayre tarbitze. So there are those who say that this is because the gardens don't get ruined from too much rain. The ikata amre delo shakel shudfana. And there are others who say it's because that way there's no floods. So two different reasons maybe why it's good when there's no rain in Tevet. Ini, is this really so? That's a question mark, exclamation point. Veha amar Rav Chisda, but didn't Rav Chisda say, Tavel shata to Tevet min avlata? It's good for the year when Tevet is basically a mess, when there's so muddy because there's so much rain in Tevet. So which is it? Lo kasha, not a contradiction. Hada ata mitra meikara, hada lo ata mitra meikara. So it's not a problem. It's just that one is talking about when the rain happens starting at the beginning of the month, which is not good. And one is talking about when the rain does not come at the beginning of the month, in which case it's good. The Amar Rav Chisda, Geshamim she'yardu al miktzat medina ve'al miktzat medina lo yardu, ein behen mishum va'atzar. If it rains on part of a country and not the other part, there is no ve'atzar happening, right? The curse of ve'atzar hasn't happened if it's raining in one place in your land, even if there's another place where it's not raining. Ini, is this really so? V'haktiv, but doesn't it say, V'gam anochi manati mikem et hageshem be'od shloshah chodashim b'katzir v'himtarti al ir achat, val ir achat lo amtir, chalka achat timater v'gomer. But don't we have this pasuk in Amos, which seems to be describing bad things, and specifically says, I'm going to make it rain in one place and not rain in another place, and that's described as bad, so is it really true that that's not part of the curse? The Amar Rav Yehuda Amar Rav, Shtehen leklala. And speaking about this pasuk, to show that it's bad, Rav said, both are liklala, both are a curse, meaning the rain, in this case, it's bad for the place where it didn't rain, because they're not getting rain, and the rain that falls on that other place, it's bad, it's like rain that comes down for a curse, it's damaging rain. Lo kasha, not a contradiction. Hada ata tuva, hada ata kidme ba'ilei. One is talking about the case where it's bad, is talking about where there's tons and tons of rain. So if it rains a ton in one place and not in another place, that's bad. But if it rains kitim ba'ilei, as is required for it, just enough in one place and not in another place, then the curse of Ve'atzar has not happened. Amar Rav Ashi, Daika nami tekativ timater, tehemakom matar. So Rav Ashi said you can prove this also from the language of the pasuk. Dekanami, there's also a way to sort of see this in the language, because it uses the word timater, which is like not such a common word, I guess, which he translates as tehemakom matar, let this place be rain, right? So that means the whole place is consumed with rain, and that's when it's bad. Shma mina. Period. Conclusion. Yes, that's what it means. Amar Rabbi Abahu, me'imatem mevarchin al hagshamim. From when do we start blessing on the rain? From the time when the groom goes out to greet the bride. This is a metaphor. It means when the rain is so strong that when the rain hits the ground, the drops bounce back and sort of hit the rain that is coming down. So it's like drops are going from both directions. That's Mishiyotzeh Chatan Likrat Kala. My Mevarech, what blessing is made? Amar Rav Yehuda, Amar Rav, Modim Anachnu Lach Hashem Elokeinu Al Kol Tipa V'Tipa Shehoradet Alanu. One possibility, we bless you, God, for every single drop that you brought down for us. Rabbi Yochanan Misayem Bahachi. And Rabbi Yochanan would end the blessing this way: Ilupinu Maleh Shira Kayam Ulshuneni Rinuna Kamon Galav V'chulei. From a prayer that should be familiar, word that our mouths were full of song like the ocean, and our tongues like the waves, like the many waves. Ad, well, I won't put in an ellipsis there, but that's basically what's going on. Ad alya azvunu rachamecha Hashem Elokeinu v'lo azvunu baruch rov hahodot. So then going on to the part that's your mercy hasn't left us, and then blessed, bless God, rov hahodot, right? We give you the majority of thanks. Rov hahodot v'lo kol hahodot. Why rov hahodot and not all the hodot? Amar Rava, ema kel hahodot. So Rava said, let's say God of thanks, which then includes all thanks. Amar of Papa, hilkach nemrinhu l'trevahu. Therefore, let us say both of them. Trevahu is both of them. Kel hahodot v'rov hahodot. We should just say both. Amar Rabbi Abahu, gadol yom hagshamim mitchiyat hametim. The day that it rains is greater than the day when the dead are revived. Te'ilu tchiyat hametim l'tzadikim, ve'ilu gshamim ben l'tzadikim ben l'rashaim. Because tchiyat hametim is only going to happen for the good people, but rain happens for everybody. Upliga de Rav Yosef. And he disagrees with Rav Yosef. To Amar Rav Yosef, mitoch shehishkulak tchiyat hametim, kavua b'tchiyat hametim. Because she, meaning rain, is considered equivalent with reviving the dead. Therefore, it was established in reviving the dead, meaning the reason, according to Rav Yosef, that we put the prayer for rain, Mashiv Baruch Hashem, in the bracha of Tchiyat HaMeitim, is because they're equivalent. So the previous statement was that rain is greater, but Rav Yosef would say they're equivalent. Amar Rav Yehuda, Gadol Yom HaGshamim Ki Yom Shenitzna Bo Torah. The day that it rains is like the day that we got the Torah. Shnei Amar Ya'arov K'matar Likli. As it says in Dvarim, may my words, basically my lessons, sort of drip like rain or flow like rain. Ve'ein lekach ela Torah, and lekach, of course, refers to Torah. Shnei Amar Ki lekach tov natati lachem torati al tazovu. And I gave you a great teaching, and that refers to Torah. Rava Amar, Yoter miyom shenitna bo Torah. It's actually the day of rain is greater than the day that we were given the Torah. Shnei Amar, Ya'arov k'matar lichli. Because, again, of this quote, Ya'arov k'matar lichli, which I should be putting in quotation color each time. So, because of this quote, we know that actually the day of rain is greater. Mi nitzla b'mi, which is literally which one is hanging on which. Havei omer katan nitzla b'gadol. We would always say that the smaller one hangs on the larger one. In other words, the thing that you make the lesser thing like the greater thing, right? You say this lesser thing is like the greater thing. That's how these similes or metaphors work. So to say that Torah is like rain implies that rain is the greater thing and Torah is actually the lesser thing. Okay, we'll pause there.